All right, so folks, we're at the time of the show where we want to do a spotlight, and I'm itching to do this one. We had 2 weeks where we didn't have, actually 3 weeks where we didn't have a spotlight because like the show that was just me and you, Terrance, we didn't get a spotlight that week right before the holidays started. But this one was one that I just enjoyed reading this. So our Tech Jawn spotlight this week is Dr. Gladys West. So let me just go ahead and read this for you. So Dr. Gladys Mae West is an American mathematician known for her contributions to the mathematical modeling of the shape of the Earth and her work on the development of the satellite geodesy models, which were eventually incorporated into the Global Positioning System, or GPS. Born in Southern Virginia in 1930, the daughter of a sharecropper and a tobacco factory worker, Gladys spent much of her childhood working with the family's farm. Realizing early on that she did not want to work in the tobacco fields or the factories like the rest of her family, she was inspired by her parents and decided to get really into education, and that would be her way out. Graduating valedictorian of her high school class in 1948, Gladys was awarded a full ride scholarship to the HBCU Virginia State College, which is now formerly University, where she went on to earn a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics in 1952 and then a master's degree in 55. In 1956, West was hired to work at the Naval Proving Ground in Dahlgren, Virginia, now called the Naval Surface Warfare Center, where she was the second black woman ever hired and one of only 4 black employees. West was a programmer in the Naval Surface Warfare Center Dahlgren Division for large-scale computers and project manager for data processing systems that used the analysis of satellite data. In the early 1960s, she participated in an award-winning astronomical study that proved the regularity of Pluto's motion relative to Neptune. Subsequently, West was, she began to analyze data from satellites, especially satellite altimeters such as the GOS-3, putting together models of the Earth's shape. From the mid-1970s through the 80s, West programmed an IBM 7030 stretch computer to deliver increasingly precise calculations to model the shape of the Earth, an ellipsoid with additional undulations known as the geoid. Generating an extremely accurate geopotential model required her to employ complex algorithms to account for the variations of gravitational, tidal, and other forces that distort the Earth's shape. West's model ultimately became the basis for what we now call GPS. West worked for Dahlgren for 42 years, retiring in 1998. After retiring, she completed a PhD in public administration from Virginia Tech. Now, she was kind of an unknown or a hidden figure because many of the things that she's done, I mean, this woman is responsible for GPS, so we can drive where we like to go without having to know how to get there. We have phones and cars that just tell us where to go. But many of her accomplishments went under the radar until a member of her sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha, read a short biography and was like, so Dr. West was another hidden figure, just mathing the hell out of stuff for the U.S. government, which she absolutely was doing. In 2018, Dr. West was inducted into the United States Air Force Hall of Fame, was awarded Female Alumna of the Year at HBCU Awards, and was selected by the BBC as part of their 100 Women of 2018. Just at the end of last year, Dr. West was awarded the Prince Philip Medal by the UK's Royal Academy of Engineering, its highest honor. And we're talking about her in present tense because even though she is 91 years young, she's still kicking it. This is another person who has made significant impact on our daily lives from a technology standpoint that we had no idea about. So got to give her flowers.
That idea that these people are still alive. This is not ancient history and why you bringing up old stuff and anything like that. These people are still walking around among us. We can go holler at Dr. West and thank her for her contribution. So when when we're having those conversations, when you're getting that pushback about why we always got to talk about this stuff, this is why, because these people are still alive and they deserve to be recognized, and their contributions are not trivial.
That's what I was going to say. Not only are they still walking around, but the stuff that they created or were involved in are stuff that we can't live without to this day.
That's right.
Cannot live without.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who got credit for that before it came out that Dr. West.
Well, I know we all probably know some AKAs. So when one of her sorors found out, that was not going to sleep. They was going to make sure that Earth knew. And they absolutely did, because like I said, it took forever, but she finally did get her flowers, and she'll still get them. Like I said, she is still here with us today, 91 years young.
Amen.